Wow. Oh, incredible. Oh, it's going to be the biggest game of all time. Guys, it's going to be huge. Trust me. Guys, this is going to be the biggest game since Assassin's Creed Yosuke Edition.
This is now.
Yeah, it ends now. It ends the studio now.
Mama?
All right, here we are, boys. South of Midnight. Guess what day it is? April 8th. Which means South of Midnight is officially out. And you better believe I'm not going to be playing that shit. Get that out of here. But I wanted to check some things. I wanted to see how this game is doing. Because for a while, it's been in early access. And I've seen some people post videos saying, oh, it's a bomb. It only got 500 players. And then people will be in the comments saying, actually, Chud, it hasn't been released yet. So this number is not accurate. Surely it will be a massive success when it actually releases. But now we're here. We're at the release date. So let's dive in and see what happened. So first things first. How much did this game cost to develop? How much did South of Midnight cost to develop? Well, South of Midnight was developed by Compulsion Games. Based on my quick Google search here, Compulsion Games has about 90 employees. Using just a rough estimate, let's say each employee gets a salary of about $100,000 a year. You know, I mean, it's a technical job, a lot of programmers. There's going to be higher ups that are earning a lot more than that, and there's going to be people that are earning a lot less than that. So let's just say, on average, among those 90, let's say they're earning $100,000 a year each salary. So that's $9 million per year for this team at this company to do their work. I think this game was in development for about 3 to 4 years. So that's somewhere between $27 and $37 million based on my estimation to develop this game. Now, this is a AA game. It could be anywhere between $10 million and $100 million for them to develop it. I don't know. Just based on my rough guess, I'm going to say it was probably about $30 million. We'll just say about $30 million to develop is my guess. So here we are, the moment of truth, boys. Boom. And let's refresh it too. Ooh. So the reason why I was waiting until now is because we were peaking, boys. South of Midnight Bros, we were peaking. And it kept going up, and it kind of hit a plateau here, and it started dropping. So I went, okay, that's probably about it. It might peak again on the weekend. It might, who knows, maybe it'll even hit 2K players. Wow. But probably not. So let's just use this as the number, about 1K. That's, that's where we're at. It's not looking good for South of Midnight Sisters. So let's do some quick math. Okay, 1K concurrent players on Steam on launch. What does that mean? How can we use that to determine if this game is a flop or not? Well, on average, when a game launches, about 10% of the people that bought it on Steam are going to be playing it concurrently. That's just a rough estimate. So we can multiply this number by 10, and that brings us to about 10,000. And I can say that that's about 10,000 copies sold on Steam. Steam takes a 30% cut, and the game sold for $40 a pop. So let's say 10,000 times 40, 400,000. Steam takes 30%. That brings us down to $280,000 profit on Steam. $280,000 profit on Steam. Okay, that's not great. But hey, there's consoles. Okay, well let's take that 400,000 number that we had initially, because in general, if a game releases on PC and console, usually about half the player base is on PC and about half the player base is on console. So we're going to use that estimation to double the number that we had earlier of 10,000 copies sold to 20,000. That includes console as well. So that's just our estimation. We're saying about 20,000. Now, some people will say, oh, well, you're not including Game Pass. People can do Game Pass, and that's $10 for a month, and tons of people are playing on Game Pass. Surely that's where everyone is. Okay, probably not, but let's just be extremely generous. And let's say instead of 400,000 on console, let's say they made $800,000 on console. Wow, that's double of the estimation because we're just being really generous with Game Pass. Okay, well, 800,000 plus 280,000 is $1,080,000 profit. Based on my very generous, I might say, estimations, they have made about $1,080,000 in profit post-launch. And my estimation of the budget is somewhere between 30 million and 40 million dollars. So they have made, based on my math, about 2 to 3% of the budget back so far in sales. 2 to 3%. Not looking good. Not looking good at all, bros. Not looking good at all, South of Midnight Sisters. What happened? I thought this game was going to be great. The art. Oh, it looks so good. Reviews said it was great. The story was so wholesome, but the gameplay just wasn't quite there. So pretty much all the reviews said. But no, we saw it. We knew it was slop. We knew it was going to be completely bomb. And here we are. So to top it off, let's dive into this V thread on it too. Let's see what they have to say about it real quick before we end the video. Here it is. 1062 in-game. It's released. Where are all the doubters and haters now? Oh shit. South of Midnight reaches 2 Concords. I just saw that. In case you don't know, in case you don't get the joke, Concord peaked at like 500 on Steam. And so South of Midnight is worth 2 Concords. Huge success, guys. You're giving this game more attention than its fucking marketing department. Yeah, we are. And it's fucking hilarious. Oh, shit. Oh, that's pretty much what I just showed. But yeah, I was waiting because it wasn't peaked yet. So I waited until it peaked and started to drop. But now that it started dropping, I'm confident in saying that it's not going to get much higher. So, yeah, it's not looking good for the South of Midnight fans. But we all knew exactly what was going to happen. We all saw this for the flop that it was going to be, and flop it did. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm a new channel, so subscriptions go a really, really long way. And thanks again for watching. Peace.